Oops. This looks delicious and this smells delicious. Made me stop editing to come over and see what she's cooking. Chili. Hello YouTubers, subscribers, friends, welcome to my channel. I seek out the truth. I saw a really cool hawk on the way to the park. I'll put here in the video in a minute, but check out my little solar dancing hula girl. Pretty cool, huh? Check out this big hawk I just saw. He just landed right there. That's why I always carry my camera with me. Check him out, man. He's huge. Oh, he's going right in that tree. Yeah, that's cool how he just floats there. It's not letting me get close though. Boy, he blends in perfectly with that tree. There he goes, flying away. Okay, so if you're going to get into YouTube video making, one thing you need to know is you're going to have camera issues, and you're going to need backup cameras. Now, right now I'm filming this video with my motovlog camera that I use when I'm riding my motorcycle. It's the Sony Action AS20 camera. That's what it looks like right there. That's in the waterproof case. That's the back. That's the side. It's got 11.9 megapixels. Takes pretty good pictures. It has the steady shot, and it's a pretty cool camera. You can also pick up a remote like this, so I can see everything that I'm recording, and I can remotely start recording by wearing this on my wrist. This also is a watch also. But one thing I want to talk about is this Sony Handycam right here. This has a 9.2 megapixels and the HDR-CX240. Problem I'm having with this camera, I'm having issues with this camera, is this USB cord right here. I've had this camera for a little over 2 years, same as I have with this remote and this Sony Action camera. But this right here is how I charge the battery on this camera right here, and this is how I transfer data via USB to my laptop. And the problem I'm having is this doesn't work, so I can't charge my battery, which looks just like this, which this is the battery to that, and I can't get the data via this cable right here. But this camera has a slot right here that the little mini SD card fits in, and it looks just like this. This is the mini SD card right here. Now I put that into this bigger one right here. It slides into that, and then I just slide it into the slot right here to get my data transferred to the computer. But the problem I'm having is I didn't know what I was going to do, because the battery was almost dead, and this is the way you charge the battery. Now it has a way right here through this HDMI connection right here, but I don't have a wall charger. The plug that it came with was this right here, and a USB cord, this USB cord right here plugged in to this. So the problem I'm having is how am I going to charge this battery? I love this camera. It's always been good to me. I've dropped it from heights of 6 feet. I've gotten it wet. It has always worked for me. So I was sitting here trying to figure out how to charge the battery, and then my son's like, "Dad, why don't you use your motovlog camera to make your videos?" And he's like, "It's a Sony, right?" I said, "Yeah, it's a Sony." He's like, "Well, doesn't it have the same battery as your Sony Handycam?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, there's the battery. This is the exact same battery that's in this motovlog camera." So I was like, "Oh, all right, cool." So I switched the battery. I put this battery into this motovlog camera, and I was able to charge it right here via this cord. Plugs in the USB into the wall charger right here, and this battery is fully charged now. So now I got a way to charge the battery, and I got a way to transfer my data. So what else you can do is, if you have camera issues, and say I couldn't use this camera no more, well, I can make videos on my cell phone and the way I transfer the data is this plugs into my cell phone, and then this little thing right here slides down and has USB connection there to where I can just connect it to my USB and I can get the data, the video off my cell phone onto this. So what if I didn't have this right here and I had no way to download? Well, you get you a backup camera like this Sony CyberShot. As you can see, I love Sony products. I bought this for my daughter 2 years ago. Same time that I've got all my cameras, I bought this camera for my daughter. My son has one exactly like this but black. But the difference with this camera is this records at 720p at 60 frames per second. This is 1080p, this is 1080p, and this is 1080p at 60 frames per second. So this would be a last resort to go to if I didn't use this, or I couldn't get this to work, or I couldn't get my motovlog camera to work. But that's one thing you need to know if you're going to get into YouTube video making, is always have a backup camera. My son uses he has a Samsung S6, has a 4K camera on it. This one has 1080p, doesn't have 4K, but he can use the same right here, this data transfer scan disc right here, which I picked this up at Walmart for, I think it was like $9.99, and it's compact and fits in your pocket, and I forget the storage size it is. I think it's a 16 gigabyte or 32, I don't even remember, but it's $9.99 at Walmart. And here's another thing, this battery is for this Sony, but this has the exact same battery I said as my motovlog camera, and it has the exact same battery in this remote. So I have two backup cameras, two backup batteries that I could use in this camera if I have to. But that's one thing why I always stick with Sony, because the parts are interchangeable. Like this cord right here fits into my motovlog camera, it fits into this, and it also fits into this camera right here. So that's pretty cool. Well, there's my video. Remember to like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and it doesn't cost anything, it's free, and as far as I'm concerned. This camera video is done. Yeah, I'm gone.